Alright, so welcome back into the South Georgia Sports Nuts as we go through single A, and in a few minutes we'll talk a little bracketology as we call it. But we're going to start with Emmanuel County Institute. The Bulldogs face off with a Clinch County Panther team that is really peaked late in the season. The Bulldogs traveling to Homerville, and a pretty good ride for them, and I really expect ECI may take this ball game, but Coach Dickerson may have something to say about all that.
Well, ECI's only loss of the year was to Savannah Christian, and they've really come on. I think they even got a kid there who's got a brother that plays for UGA now that helped them win a state championship 2 years ago. And
well, Sean Ely,
yeah, I think this is Wesley Ely, excuse me.
It's like Swahili, only Ely.
I'm telling you.
Clinch County, really, they lost to Miller County in a tight ball game. They lost to Irwin in something that just had to be some kind of wake-up call for them after losing to Charlton County 40-0. So, this is a team that's probably got Charlton to look forward to next season as a region foe, but I just don't think Coach Dickerson matches up well.
Well, one thing that Clinch County's got going for them is tradition, and they're year in and year out they in these playoffs, and people down there just expect them to win.
Well, and Homerville is a stereotypical football town because Friday night that town will shut down and the world will be at that stadium.
This is a tough game for me. I really think that ECI's got the edge here, but.
I think they have the talent edge, but if anything could happen, Clinch County at home.
I think Clinch could beat them. This is another one of those toss-ups for me. I don't. It's too close to call.
Now, my only question for you is will Clinch be in the white on Friday night? Because both of these teams are red. They're both red-hatted. They both have red as the primary color.
Clinch should be in red. They're the home team.
Red and black, another red and black Friday night. We look forward to another good single A matchup, and that's going to be Greenville and Wilcox County. Wilcox traveling to Greenville. Not really sure where that is, but I'm guessing it's around or below Columbus somewhere, wouldn't you think, Dale?
It's Greenville. I have no idea. I'm not going to kid you.
And I'll tell you something else while we're on this subject. How many different colors have we seen the Georgia G be this year?
I don't know, but have you noticed that this is the Patriots playing the Patriots? Well, we got two good teams here, obviously.
Greenville is not lost.
Yeah. Who have they beaten there?
Brookstone, a good high quality.
So Greenville's from that area over around Columbus.
That's what I'm saying. They beat Greenville. They beat Schley County, like everybody else in that region has. Stewart County, and most of their games have been pretty handily. The only close ball games that they really had was Brookstone.
Shutouts, yeah.
Yeah, they had a close game with Brookstone, and they had a close game with Manchester. They played Manchester and Walnut Grove, two AA teams, Brookstone and Schley, as part of their regular season region schedule. They defeated Pelham, a team that came on late, and won single A last Friday night, and that's not really much of a statement game for me. So I think Wilcox may have the edge here, even though they have to travel.
Well, I think Wilcox can win this game. They've got the talent. If they get their act together now, this past week, as far as the officiating, that was a farce of that game. There were like 17 or 18 penalties in the first half alone. And I think the final tally was Wilcox got nailed for about 160-something yards in penalties for the game. Now, that's unreal. And I think the film showed that there was one kid in particular from Trutlin County that was flopping. You know what flopping is in basketball. You try to get the charge foul.
Yeah, but he's basically saying he was pancaked or something.
Yeah,
similar.
And he was never hit. I saw that one time myself.
Okay.
But the officials were calling it. And they called so many personal fouls against Wilcox, I just couldn't believe it. It was so one-sided.
Would you care to name what association those folks were
They
from?
weren't from around here.
Okay. Well, moving ahead now, I need to ask your opinion. Wilcox or Greenville?
I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Cheater. All right. We'll move forward. The Pirates from Miller County taking on Savannah Christian and the Raiders. The Pirates losing only 2 ball games all year, one to AA Early County and one to Clinch County, which decided the region championship in one single leg. Savannah Christian
Best team money can buy.
has
It's a
not,
private school, man.
and
They
has
get the
not-
best players out of Savannah region. I mean,
boy, and if you're Miller County, you're screaming as Coach Killingsworth would about the multiplier. Why isn't the multiplier involved here?
well, Miller County is a very good team, but I think they're going to lose this game because Savannah Christian is a great team.
I would agree with you. Although Savannah Christian, as good as they are, they only beat Irwin County by 4 points.
Well, I'm not saying they can't be had, but
I'm saying that Irwin was in that ball game all the way through it, and Mike could have possibly won that ball game. I do believe.
I'm not counting out Miller County. I'm not counting them out, but I expect Savannah Christian to win this game.
Moving over to Chattahoochee and Twigs. Chattahoochee 9-1, Twigs 10-1. Twigs only lost coming to Wilkinson County in the first game of the season. They lost that game 16-6. They beat Savannah Country Day last week. They beat Dooley County pretty handily the week before. And it bears mentioning to me that on average they've scored at least 40 points a game. Twigs has.
Twigs is a very good team.
Chattahoochee has rung up some scores, some pretty high scores as well. They beat one team, if I'm reading this correctly, 66-8 in Stewart County. But I don't see Chattahoochee beating Twigs.
I'm taking Twigs at home.
All right, well, we're going to come back in just a minute, and Dell and I are going to go through some of the more interesting matchups to us in the bracket and possible paths to the Dome for
Okay.
certain teams.